This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake that body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out you.
Those happy days.
Gray sky.
Hello, blue.
There's nothing can hold me
When I hold you,
Feels so right. It
can't be wrong.
Rocking and rolling.
Oh, man, what a beautiful written song right there. That's what a classic is, Heather
Charlie
B.
Fox.
Yeah, Charlie Fox?
That's right.
Yes.
He has the same birthday
As you?
as me. And Potsy tried to sing this song.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't. He almost killed it.
Really?
But don't say that I said that.
Okay. Well, we only record it.
Okay,
We'll play
I
it back
gotta
when he comes to the show. We'll play this back.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Henry Winkler
How
is
are
here.
you?
Wow.
Yeah.
I had to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Sway again. I'm going to keep saying my name because I want you to learn my name. So
Sway, I will not forget it because in my heart, I am swaying in this in the studio.
That's what's up, man.
And there are so many beautiful women in this studio at this moment.
Yeah.
To my left is a fabulous woman in red.
I'm Heather.
I'm
Tracy. Hello.
Joan. Yes,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
work together.
The woman over there in the headphones. Go ahead. You, DB.
What?
No, Joe.
Can I just say there is nothing feminine about you?
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up.
I mean, you even sit like you got muscles.
That's why I got
Wow.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay. Henry Winkler says you got muscles, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
You know, I wanted to play back that because that was such a that song in particular. We had Garry Marshall on the show. Rest in
Rest his
peace.
soul, yeah.
But rest in peace, Garry Marshall. And I was telling him how that sitcom growing up in Oakland gave us a lot of escapism, you know, as a child in the 70s and 80s. And we would watch it playing back, and we used to love to sing that song. And it just made us feel good to watch you guys work. And we fell in love with all the characters, you know. But I remember as a youth seeing a movie called Lords of Flatbush.
Yes, my first movie.
That was your first?
Yes, I did a Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
Rest his soul. I did Crazy Joe, and I auditioned in New York because I was born and raised here in New York. And I went in for this audition. It is one of my first auditions for a big film. It's called Crazy Joe, an Italian shoot 'em up. And I came in, I shook the man's hand, a director from Italy. I sat down, my tush never hit the chair. And he said, "Oh, thank you for coming in." And I got up and I left. And I got the role. I made $500 a week, more than I've ever made in my life. That was my first. And Lords of Flatbush, I made even less. And that was my second.
But Lords of Flatbush, was the character you played, did that help spawn the Fonzie character?
No, because it never saw the light of day until I was the Fonz.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you that I was on the streets of Brooklyn with Sly Stallone in that movie. And here is a guy, you know, who talked like this. You know, we will be standing there in the street and people were watching us film. And he would say, "Hey, what are you looking at? I'm going to eat you for breakfast." But inside, he was a great writer and he was a great wit. He is a very funny person.
Yeah.
But you would not know that. Yeah.
Did he have the Rocky script back then?
I'll tell you what, here's the story.
Okay.
He wrote a script. He came to Hollywood. His car broke down on Sunset Boulevard. He called me up. I went to get he and his wife, Sasha, and their bull mastiff dog, left the car with all their belongings, took him to the apartment he rented. He gave me a script because I was doing the Fonz by then. And I took it to ABC and sold it as a television movie. And then ABC said, "You know what? We're going to get somebody else to rewrite it." And he said, "Oh, Henry, please, don't let anybody rewrite me." And I said, "ABC, I'm giving you back the money. I need that script back." And I gave it back to him, and it became Rocky.
Wow.
And that is the honest truth.
Wow. Damn, I never heard that story.
Because I never told it.
Oh, that's a first?
Yeah.
That's an exclusive on Sway in the Morning.
Sway in the morning.
Sway in the morning.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm swaying right now.
Swaying right now.
I'm having a great time here. Now, I do a show right now that
Yes.
is on Tuesday nights
I love it.
for the next 3 Tuesdays called Better Late Than Never.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 men of age
Mm-hmm.
travel across Asia. We went for 35 days.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn about yourself, you learn about each other, and you learn about a culture that you don't understand. It was amazing.
You got William Shatner.
That's
on it.
right.
You got our good friend George Foreman is on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
All right.
Terry
Terry
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw is on it.
absolutely.
And who's the young kid?
Okay, Jeff Dye.
Jeff Dye.
Yes, we still don't know who he is.
Okay.
But he was with us for 35 days. You would think you'd get to know somebody, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Okay. We got a clip of it right here.
Okay.
Let's listen
the
to it.
outside of the potato. Isn't there a taste that you don't? I don't know that I've had before. Excuse me. Do you speak English? Does he use an ingredient that is different?
何か違う材料をお使いですか?
Stew.
He uses dirt?
Honest to God.
He uses what?
Dirt.
I knew I was tasting something.
Well, that didn't go as planned. But once you've had chicken vagina, you're fine with dirt.
I never thought that I would enjoy eating dirt.
This was great dirt.
I've had a lot of dirt.
Hit
This is the
pay
best
dirt,
dirt
right?
I've ever had.
I'd like to know what he's charging for this dirt dish.
But you can see this is interesting because you guys go to how many? 4 different countries? Or
4 different
Countries.
countries, 6 different cities. Now,
Uh-huh.
this was in Tokyo.
yeah.
Now, this chef standing next to Jeff Foreman looked like a toothpick
Uh-huh.
standing next to a ladder. This was a little guy. He had a Michelin star. He drove outside of Tokyo. He dug 70 centimeters down. I am so dyslexic. I have no idea how far that is. He got dirt that looked as rich as dark chocolate. And he made steak sauce. He made ice cream, salad dressing out of this dirt. And he has a Michelin star from France.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, you guys in Tokyo, you were eating so many things, and,
Yes.
and you kind of showed what you guys might be like behind the closed doors, behind the curtain, when you're dealing in sexual relations, because you guys really devoured that vagina.
Yeah.
Well, most of us did. I spit it across the room. It is now,
Damn, Harry.
yes, it is now stuck to the wall of that particular restaurant. And then, of course, in Hong Kong, which is coming up next Tuesday, we had cow penis soup, which is supposed to make your circulation better.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in this mouth.
No, you didn't put the cow dick in your mouth, no?
Now, Bill, Henry, you've got to try it. We're here. It's the culture. I said, fuck you, Bill.
William Shatner is who he
Yeah,
is.
I know.
And here's the thing. William Shatner has always got this, DB and I were talking about this. He's always had this reputation for kind of being, having this bad personality and not being approachable. But in this series,
Yes.
you find out who he truly is. All of
Yes.
you, it looked like you guys are having the time of your life.
I'm telling you, here's the greatest thing. That I was smart enough to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because the premise of it is very scary. You're going to places you don't know. You're going with people you don't really know.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to get along, if you're going to be funny, if you're going to keep up. It was so hot, you felt as if you were in a bag of bubble wrap.
Wow.
I think of the subway before air conditioning in August, and then double it.
Wow.
It's oppressive. And yet, I'm telling you, it was like somebody was looking down at me and dropped this gift in my lap,
Uh-huh.
honestly. And I have 4 friends now that I would never have known.
Yeah. Henry Winkler is here. Better late than never. Premiered last night, 10 p.m. on NBC. Mr. Winkler, I have to tell you, I have a show of my own that appeared last night on BET.
Sway.
Yeah. So we're direct competition.
At the same time, Tuesday nights at 10?
10 p.m. on BET, man.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, watch me and DVR sway.
It's called One Shot. So if you get a chance to watch it, please
I
do.
will.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. Is it a sitcom?
It's a series. It's a reality series, a competition for young hip hop artists who are trying to make it. It's
Oh,
similar
wow.
to what American Idol did, but for more hip hop artists.
Absolutely.
And at the end of it, we're going to give away $100,000. What are you guys giving away?
A great memory.
Okay, great.
Let me ask you a question. Tell me the title again.
It's called One Shot. Like you get.
BET, 10 o'clock, Tuesday night.
Yes.
Sway.
There it is. All right. Let me ask you real quick. What was your one shot that helped you break into the game?
Gary Marshall.
Talk
Rest
about
his
it.
soul.
Really?
Because I dreamt of being an actor. My parents did not want me to do it. And then you realize that, you know what? Here it is. If anybody is listening and people are telling you you can't do what you know in your guts you've got to do, no one is going to look down from heaven and go, hey, thanks for being like a lawyer and you wanted to be a plumber. You're doing what I wanted you to do. You're left holding the bag.
Yeah. Wow.
You've got to do what you know in your guts is the right thing.
We had Garry Marshall on the show, and it was a wonderful conversation recently too. And we talked about. I was talking to him about Happy Days and the impact that it made on TV and in our society,
in your life,
in my life. And here's what he had to say.
Happy Days family, I kind of made up. That wasn't my family. That was a fantasy family. But a lot of kids, people come up and say, I had a miserable childhood, but I used to watch Happy Days and say, maybe there could be something like that someday. So got people a lot through some tough times.
We had Henry Winkler up here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, yeah. It is. I'll shout at you out.
He always sounds like he's got celery in his mouth.
Yeah.
Your analogies are crazy.
But I want to tell you something. Here's the truth. I went in and auditioned. I was not who he wanted. I had long hair down to my shoulders. I had gigantic sweat stains. And he wanted a big Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took me out. They plucked my unibrow. Can I just say painful?
Mm-hmm.
They put me in a T-shirt, in a cloth jacket, jeans, combed my hair, and I went back in and auditioned. And he said yes. And Garry Marshall is responsible for my sitting in this chair in the studio today.
Wow.
He gave me my professional life.
Henry Winkler, 888-742-3345. You got any questions? Give us a call.
Oh, people are going to call in.
They're going to call in, man.
Hello.
Listen, think about the years I was raised back in the day.
You sure you don't mind me butting in?
Eddie, as long as you don't come over here and give me a great big kiss, anything goes.
Well, that's what I mean. That's exactly it.
What?
You're a wise guy.
Me?
Yeah, I ain't no genius, but I'm smarter than you because you're a schmuck. You're a schmuck because you got brains. Not a lot. But you got brains and you wasted them.
Oh, don't stop now, man. You're just getting hot. I ought to be taking notes.
All right, forget it.
No, don't forget it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go home tonight, Eddie, and I'm going to paint you a masterpiece. You know what I think? I think that this little talk tonight has done me a world of good.
That was from Lords of Flatbush. That was like 74.
I made that film on the day we finished. The next day I got on American Airlines. I flew to California, and 2 weeks later, I got the part of Happy Days.
And Happy Days. Henry Winkler has joined us. Better Late Than Never. Premiere last night on NBC. Is every Tuesday at 10 with William Shatner, Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman. Some kid named Jeff Dye that no one actually knows. And Henry Winkler.
Yes.
And this is, in case you
Did
didn't
we
know.
say that it was called Better Late Than Never?
I think I said that.
Yeah, I have no pride. I'll just repeat
Okay,
it.
go for it. That's all you hear, man.
Yeah.
You're in the presence of Eminem. This is his radio station.
Yes.
And I know you're a big Eminem fan. You look
I
like
am.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that first of all, I think he is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, I think he is one of the great poets of the day. Third of all, I have two connections with Eminem. My daughter is on his very first album. I think it's like 26 seconds long. And my daughter doesn't hold back. So she was given this new album by this new person and then left a phone message on the person who gave her the album on his phone. And it's called...
Kelly did not have me call. However, I just listened to Eminem in her car. It is the most disgusting thing I have ever heard in my entire life, and I seriously want to to call his fucking agent and tell them how fucking disgusting he is. It, like, makes me upset. I'm now nauseous and I can't eat lunch. Goodbye.
So when
My daughter does not hold back.
But I thought that was
She talks to me
staged.
like that.
Does she really?
Yes.
That's
She's now 35, and she's a phenomenal teacher and a great mother of 2 boys. But there it is, and it was on the album.
Now, I always thought
And she
that
sold it away for like $300.
So you only have to pay $300.
She didn't know.
He's probably worth easily $300 million now.
There you go.
Because of your daughter.
She could have taken care of me for the rest of my life.
Now, did you ever meet him? Did you ever get a chance to tell
So
him?
Max, my youngest son, we went to Saturday Night Live,
Mhm.
and Eminem was the music guest. And at that time, he was getting a tremendous amount of flack. People were just putting him down, writing just trash about him. And I shook his hand and I said, you don't know me. I'm just telling you, I've listened to you because of my son, Max. You will remain standing. And all these people who are putting you down at this moment will fade like sand into the pavement. You are the deal. You just keep going. You do what you do and let them say what they say, because pretty much they're going to be silent in a minute.
Wow. Damn, you predicted that on the point. I mean, what year was that?
That was at the beginning of his career.
Wow. So that was
one of the
late
first
90s,
times
yeah.
he was ever on Saturday Night Live.
Wow. Henry Winkler is here. K2 is on the line from New Mexico.
Hey, Kay.
Kay, what up, man?
What's good, y'all? How y'all feel?
Doing great. Say hello to Henry Winkler, man.
How's it going, Henry? How you feel, Mr. Winkler?
Well, I'm now feeling great that you're on the phone.
Oh, man. Let me just say, first of all, Sway, I listen to y'all every morning, Heather B. And Tracy, I love y'all so much. But Mr. Winkler, man, I'm a huge fan. I love everything that you've been doing, man. One of your favorite roles is the role you played as the father on Royal Pains, and I always loved that role. I watched that series over and over again because I love how you somehow it was hard to tell whether you were the good guy at some points and the bad guy at some points. And definitely, I'd never sleep on you as an actor. You definitely keep it going, man. Do your thing, and don't stop, man. Don't stop.
Thank you. Wow. Well, you know what? If you watch Better Late Than Never, I will not stop.
Okay, that's Tuesday.
But here it is. I watched the show for the first year. I was a fan of Royal Pains, and then they were going to hire the father. And so the 2 executive producers took me out for breakfast near my house in L.A. So we go and we sit down. I order pancakes. I figure I can't make too much of a mess. And I put the syrup on my pancakes because I love a lot of syrup, a lot of butter. And we're eating and eating. And I look down and I realize that in this meeting, I have now poured the cream from my coffee on my pancakes. And I said, well, you know, they're buttermilk pancakes. This only brings out that flavor. And I was now stuck eating the pancakes with cream all over them.
Wow.
Not my favorite pancake.
Yeah, but you still had that smoothness of the Fonz. So you just kind of talked your way out of it.
Hello.
Right? Okay, we got John from Nashville on the line.
John.
What up, John?
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sway, Heather B.
Hi.
Tracy, love the show. Listen every morning.
Thank you.
So the Fonz, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You know, after you played the Fonz,
Yes.
Did you face some difficulty kind of breaking out of that role and like kind of landing your next, big gig? You know, I watched the show on Nick at Night later after it was already over, and I remember seeing you on a lot of other stuff, but I'm just curious, what kind of challenges you faced after playing.
I had a tremendous challenge. I had an office at Paramount. That's when I started to become a producer after Happy Days. And we did MacGyver. We did Sightings, which was the story of all things paranormal.
I love Sightings.
Did So Weird on the Disney Channel, the Hollywood Squares. But as an actor, I could not get a job. People said, wow, he's so talented. We love Henry. But he was the Fonz. And it took me 10 years to get my acting career back again to where it is now.
Well, here's an interesting question to build on that, because, a lot of women, they portrayed the Fonz as a ladies' man, Pinky Tuscadero.
I hated Pinky.
You did?
I did.
You didn't like the character or the person?
I didn't like the person.
Really? Why not?
Leather Susie Quattro,
Yeah.
was a heavy metal rock and roller. She tried as hard as she could. She worked to be the best she could be. I did not feel the same from the young lady who played
Pinky Tuscadero.
We had no chemistry whatsoever. I'm probably not supposed to say that, but that is the truth.
That happens, though. You still got to work through it. Though.
Yes, right.
Right?
Right.
Offset, and I appreciate your honesty today.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Offset. Well, back to Better Late Than Never then.
Yeah.
On camera you guys look like you all were cohesive. Off camera.
We are cohesive.
You are cohesive.
Now, we worked from 7:30 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
In this oppressive heat. And you have to use all your psychic energy because you're listening to 5 people. You're trying to find your spot. You're trying to think of something funny. You're trying to do whatever the event is. We were in a ninja school. I held a cobra until that mother turned around and faced me. And then I ran out of the establishment like a 9-year-old girl.
Yeah.
It was so scary. But we were cohesive off camera, too.
Okay. What was your sex life like back when you were playing Fonzie, when you left the set? Because black women liked you, Asian women liked you.
Okay, so I was not great in high school. I never actually got to date the girl I wanted to go out with.
Okay.
Now, I met some nice girls, but I was, because I am so dyslexic, I never picked up on cues. I was not good socially. I was awkward. I was I pushed and pushed. My personality was like I would suffocate.
Yeah.
Now that I'm playing the Fonz. Now I'm not that guy, but he's everybody I want to be.
Yeah.
Now women are coming to my door at 3 a.m. and they say, "Oh, am I disturbing you?" I said, "No, I'm writing out the Magna Carta from memory. You want to help?"
Really?
They are now asking me to sign parts of their bodies. Some of that were like continents.
Wow. That's the greatest.
Yo.
And then I met my wife in a clothing store, and she had a son, Jed, my oldest. He came into my life when he was 40. He's 4.
Okay.
He is now 45. And we've been married for 38 years.
Okay. Henry Winkler, we could go on for days, but I know you have to go to your next appointment. But before you go,
yes,
DB, who's our movie and TV buff,
yes,
prepared a game especially for you.
And I want to play.
Let's go.
I also like to win, so make it easy.
Yeah, it's going to be easy.
Okay.
And it's called
Cool or Not Cool.
Okay.
What's Fonzie like? Cool. Correctamundo. And that's what we're going to be. We're going to be cool.
Nobody's cooler than Henry Winkler, so we're going to find out from the Fonz himself what's cool and what's not cool on Sway in the morning.
Okay, hit me.
All right. So all you have to do is just tell us whether you think something is cool or not cool. Okay. First up, social media.
Social media can be cool. Social media is sometimes very dangerous, sometimes very mean for no reason.
Got it. All right. Ryan Lochte.
Ryan Lochte, thank God he can swim.
I love you.
All right. Celebrities leaking news to get them in the headlines.
So uncool. So cheap.
Very cool. The presidential race.
At this moment?
Yes.
There is a feminine cool, and then there is a really difficult person.
Final one, a Happy Days remake.
Okay, so that's hard. With new actors, with new people, so that could be very cool. And I would not begrudge that at all. I just know that sometimes you just leave your past behind. You can't go home again.
Okay.
So it would be with somebody else. But I have defined cool after all of this time for myself. Cool is being authentic. When you are yourself, that is cool. There is nothing cooler than that. Not clothing, not anything. A car, It is who you are. Is atomic.
Henry Winkler, ladies and gentlemen. Better late than never. Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. on NBC. Thank you. Thank you.
I loved being in this room this morning. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being
I'm not
here.
kidding.
Thank you. You're officially a citizen.
A Sway in the
All right,
morning.
I want to be.
There you are. You got it.
I'm coming back.
Hey, all right. There you go, man. Sway the morning, Shade 45.
It's Sway in the morning. Only
On Shade 45.